Welcome to Spoken Word Sunday with Granddaddy G and Pebbles. This is episode 97, Quarantine Poems. The first poem is called Quarantine Mom. Dedicate this to all my family and friends that are at home with school-aged children. Quarantine Mom. This year, there were no graduations or proms. So when this is all over, there better be an even bigger celebration for all the quarantine moms. Now, as if they didn't already have enough to do, on top of that, add online school. Add working at home to the fray. Now you're looking at a 16-hour day. The kitchen table is now the schoolroom. Learning takes place via something called Zoom. Getting kids to pay attention is not easy with a slow connection. Since most of the day they're online, how can you limit after-school screen time? Meeting impossible expectations, especially their own, leads to stress and frustration in almost every home. Does y equal x or x equal y? You can't figure it out, no matter how hard you try. After another hard day, here's a real winner. Everybody wants to know, Mom, what's for dinner? You look up from your work. Try not to be rude. Then you realize, oh my God, we're running out of food. The quarantine mom has nerves of steel. She always knows how to keep it real. When evening comes and the kids start to whine, she calmly pours herself another glass of wine. All hail the quarantine mom. Standing ovation. I want to send it out to my daughter Carrie, my granddaughter Alyssa, my daughters-in-law Stephanie and Lacey, my niece Paula, who contributed to this poem, all my nieces and great nieces, and all the quarantine moms out there. You deserve our respect. The next one is called Unemployment 2020. I wrote this a long time ago when I was last on unemployment in 2010, when there was an unemployment office you could go to and you'd spend a couple hours there, but when you left, at least you knew that you had accomplished something and you'd get a phone call or a letter in a week or two. Nowadays, I hear online, you don't know what's going on. So I updated the poem for today's times. Unemployment 2020. Start here, line forms. Wear your mask. Stay 6 feet apart. Take a number, then wait. The unemployed sit and wait, mostly young. Women with children running down the aisle, impervious to the anxiety of their parents. Laid off, furloughed, discharged, unable to work through no fault of their own. All they can do now is wait. Record number of people unemployed this year. The last one is called Election Day. I wrote this in March when I voted in the California primary election, March 3rd, I believe it was. And so I was going to hold it till November, but I think now is a good time. Election Day. Outside the voting center, my I voted sticker on my shirt pocket, right next to my heart. I stood and watched silently as each voter left the school auditorium. Participating in the democratic process is serious. But they all smiled and nodded at me with a look of accomplishment. Inside, the volunteers are frustrated as to why the scanners don't work. I was in and out in 15 minutes. In the background, school children are singing, practicing for a celebration of a school year victory for change. I think if 2020 hasn't given us evidence that change is needed in our country among our leaders, I don't know what has. So everybody, stay safe. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. Have a great week. And Pebbles and I will see you next time on Spoken Word Sunday with Granddaddy G.